I've got my 2004 Honda RC51 here. Wanted to talk today about something that I don't hear guys talk a lot about, but it is a truth. When people talk about the RC51, they'll talk about the V-twin. They'll talk about the gear-driven cams. They'll talk about how iconic it is, you know, the racing history, you know, Nicky Hayden, Colin Edwards, Joey Dunlop, names like that, Miguel Duhamel. But the one thing you don't hear that people talk about that this bike has that other bikes don't have, and I feel like that's the community. There is just a huge cult following for this bike. I've owned this bike twice now. The first time around, I would say I didn't have that community feel. It was just another sport bike. It was, I mean, not just another sport bike, it was an amazing bike. But, you know, there was lots of bikes out there, and it was a newer bike, and it was, you know, the community hadn't been quite established yet. You had, you know, internet forums like the Rogue Forum and things like that that were there, but, you know, other bikes had those same things too, right? So I would say the second time around owning this bike, it really just shined to me that, you know, this is an enthusiast bike, and the people that own this, it's not by accident. Either they, you know, got lucky and bought one new years ago and they held on to it because they knew how special it was, or they've sought this bike out because they have just heard, they're familiar with the race history, things like that. So, you know, this bike is not one that's like someone buys for, you know, the most horsepower. You know, it's not a spec sheet bike. It's not going to impress your buddies at the bar talking about a bike, and, you know, things like, you know, even torque numbers and stuff like that. So, you know, it is a bike that it's absolutely gorgeous, but it does have technology that, you know, a lot of bikes don't have. Even just like this right here. I mean, that's a radiator, right? It's not a front mount radiator. And go to the other side. No, you got another radiator, right? Like we don't talk about that a lot too. But, you know, back to the community thing, you know, on the Facebook message groups, you know, I'm seeing the same names over and over, you know, guys that are kind of like leading the charge of, you know, the community. You know, there's still new technology that's coming out. I think Taiga is now offering carbon race fairings. That's just like, that's something that wasn't available before. We talk a lot about how it's hard to get parts for these bikes, and here there's an industry that's still budding, you know. So, you know, I would say, even when you think about like the Pig Fest, so that's the yearly meet at Tail of the Dragon, Deals Gap, and a lot of those guys go year after year, and it's just all RC51 owners. And, you know, I would say a lot of these RC51 owners, this isn't their only bike. You know, they've got lots of other bikes. You know, if you see someone with a cool collection, I'm always looking for the RC51, and to me that validates, you know, the true collector or not. And, you know, a lot of guys out there have multiple RC51s. You know, you might have.
I really like your bike.
Oh, man. Hey, you got a compliment right there. Really like my bike, so that's awesome. Appreciate that. So, a little cameo from that guy. So, yeah, I mean, even like that, like this is a 2004, and it's 2026. It is 22 years old, and we're getting compliments. You know, like it doesn't look like a 22-year-old bike. But yeah, back to the community. If you are looking for something that's more than just a sport bike, if you're looking for something that you pull up to a meet and someone's not just asking you about horsepower and, you know, stuff like that, guys that, you know, there's guys that, you know, take these to the racetrack. There's guys that, you know, keep them low mile. There's guys that mod the heck out of them, you know. But yeah, it's like the community thing. I find it's the guys that are going to give you information and share knowledge and things like that are part of this community. You know, we're all curators, right? We're all going to leave this earth, and these bikes are going to be here longer than us. And so, you know, this is just our time to take care of them. And I feel like the RC51 community has like the best curators, if that makes sense. These bikes are going to get taken care of, and you know, be around for the next generations. So maybe decades from now, someone will be watching this video and either agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. So I'll do a quick little startup here. That was pretty cool to get a compliment while I'm taking a video. of how much they like my bike. And that guy doesn't even know, you know, anything about this bike probably. Alright, that's enough for today. If you guys like this video, check out my other videos. I appreciate all the comments and all the views. Appreciate it. Talk to you later, guys.